precision agriculture, right? What we think is about satellite, machinery, sensors, yields, new processing techniques, okay? And it sounds like we cannot do it in developing countries, right? It sounds like something that only happens in the US. Today I will try to convince you, no, we can do it everywhere. It's just like we need to define what is precision, okay? So in developing countries, we know that we have new measurement technologies available. For example, before we were listening about how they are using all this satellite data to develop better insurance products, right? We have better weather forecasting data, we have soil mapping, we have sensing, yield monitoring, machine learning techniques, and we have something that is very important, and we just had a presentation. We have mobile phones. Mobile phones allow us to reach many people at the same time, right? So what is our solution? So first we have a mission. We want to support small farmers in developing countries by providing customized information and services that increase productivity, profitability, and environmental sustainability. Every day we break to that, and it's true. How we do it? With a direct approach in developed countries, specific intelligent platforms. So we are thinking about what is the information that our farmers in different countries need. Okay, so for example, when we talk about Mexico, Mexico has a lot of small farmers, right? But maybe they're more similar than India because they have machinery, they are using 200 kilograms of urea, 250 kilograms of urea per hectare, things that we cannot dream in Africa to happen, at least in the short run. Okay, so for Kenya, for Africa, we need different solutions, okay? But we have data. So, and as we have discussed in the whole day, how we use data to solve problems, right? So, and there is also an indirect approach. We support, we evaluate, and we want to improve systems. Every day, my partner in crime, Violet, and our head agronomist will wake up thinking about that. How we can use the data that we have with the needs, and but also with the level of current investment that farmers have to help them do more, okay? How we go to the next level, as you say, pole, okay? So our solution starts with aggregating data, okay? So for example, in Kenya, a lot of people from different institutions trust on us, and they told us we have a lot of soil analysis that we are not using. We're collecting from other projects, and so we have, for example, Mumia Sugar Company. They have like 50,000 soil analysis there, Western Kenya. Okay, we have, we worked before with Corral. We have soil analysis that were used from another research. And you know what happened with those soil analysis? They are used for something, and then people forget about them. Okay, so it's not that data don't exist. It's like we have to be kind enough to start like identifying partners who have data and want to use it for the better good of our farmers in Kenya. So we have done all that homework. And then, based on that data, we have a team of researchers. Tomorrow, you will meet Michael Kramer, if you don't know him. He's one of our founders. He's a senior professor at Harvard, and the one behind all this idea. He will tell you more about all the literature review they did to actually think about that. Okay? I don't want to ruin his presentation, so I will like just focus on the product, but then tomorrow, I promise you will learn more. And then once we generate these recommendations, okay, based on statistics, rigorous statistics, based on soil scientists that have been helping us from Mexico, from here, we have been talking to Carlo in Alupe, they really know us because every time we have a question, we just run to their office like, so by the way, we got these results, what do you think about it? So we check all the time, okay? And then there is the next step, okay? We are using mobile technologies. It will be amazing if all the farmers have Android phones, then our life will be easy, but most of our farmers have brick phones. So every time we are designing messages, we not only are developing messages that are solid from the agricultural point of view, based on data, but actually we are based in Lucia. So everyone was asking me, where are you, Caio? I'm in the field, because that's super helpful for us. Every time that we have a new message, it's not that we send it to the farmer like that. We run to the field with our team from IPA, Innovations for Poverty Actions, and we test with focus groups. before we send an idea, we want to be sure that it's solid from the data point of view, it's solid from the agricultural theory, but also that people can understand the message. Because if we do step 1 and step 2 without thinking about our end users, similar to what Kevin was saying, what's the point, right? It's just a mental exercise. No, we care about people really understanding and having recommendations that are so simple to follow, okay? So we have been working with that. And then once we reach the farmers, we have an evaluation team. We are using randomized control trials to follow up with these farmers, okay? Not only from a user perspective, but also the most important one, the impacts, okay? Did our message reach the farmer? Number 1, will depend on the system. Some days we'll see as nice, some other days not so fine. Did the message reach the farmer? Did the farmer understood the message? Did the farmer follow the instruction? Okay? And if they follow the instruction, the most important question, did they increase yields? And if did they increase yield, did that actually increase incomes, right? Because if we give very expensive recommendations, what's the point, right? Like what we care at the end of the day is that our farmers every day, step by step, pole, they are better off, okay? And then once we get all this data, we start the process again. So each season, that's why you look at me right now, after 2 seasons, that's how we look, a little bit tired. So, and we continue doing the process, okay? So, the 3 products that we have already, we will have more products coming, but we have achieved designing an SMS system that we send information similar to one I can find. We are focusing in inputs, for example, how we can make farmers more efficient with the same amount of inputs they are using or the same amount of investment. Or if we are asking them to invest a little bit more, let's take care that that is only a little bit more. We don't want, because if not, they cannot adopt. What's the point about doing all these exercises, right? So we developed lime, planting, and top dressing fertilizer recommendations at the world level using all these thousands of soil analysis. We have connected with many experts that actually give us this background, okay? What makes sense, okay? Based on this, all this soil analysis. I have to find 2 minutes, ooh, 2 minutes, okay. And then once we send this as a message, we have developed scripts for follow-up calls. So some of our treatment farmers, not all of them, are receiving a call from a human being, right? Because maybe we did all this effort, okay? And yes, at the end of the day, nobody is reading the message. That could happen, okay? We are not afraid of data, okay? We use data to become every day better as an organization. So we didn't get right, Kevin was saying, we didn't get right the first time. We keep trying, but we keep trying with data. And now we are working in a Q&A system where we are teaching farmers how to call into a system and leave a message to us. And then we have a team of agronomists that actually answer that message, okay? So we are trying to move forward. We started with only one-way communication. Now we are trying to teach farmers how to tell us what the problem is. And that is not super easy. So far we have been collaborating with EcoMobile, that's our platform. Busara Center has helped, Behavioral Research Center has helped us to make these very solid agricultural messages adapted to human beings. We needed some help with that. IPA is our evaluation arm, and we have been working with One American Fund. We said like, we really have a lot of opportunities. We can work together. Let's do it, okay? Let's think together. That's the most important thing. Is what David was saying in the morning. We need to close the gap, okay? And we need to start researchers to close the gap. And in the short range season in 2016, we worked with, we started a polyvolley, 1,900 farmers, okay? Then once we process the data, we launched the long range season that is like concluding now with 5,900 farmers. And now we want to go further from the short range season. I will tell you more. And just to conclude, because I think that, so just like messages that I want you to bring home. Soil acidity, if you're working in Kenya, is very important. You know that, okay? This is a map of, for example, different pH levels. Today we were discussing in my sessions about seeds, okay? So pH level, higher levels of soil acidities could make a really good seed fail. And farmers, our farmers are very small. They don't have a chance to fail, okay? When we see them that they're not adopting technologies, it's not because they don't want to listen to us. It's because they face a lot of risk. We were talking about hunger today. We were talking about the fall armyworm. We are working together with Corral and with One Acre Fund, how we can prevent to having yet another food crisis, okay? Also, for example, drought, it's a problem. So how we help farmers to think through rounds. So as we get more data, we can help more. And one of the things that's also, I'm done? Okay, don't worry. So one last thing. One last thing is also what we are trying, and I think it's also very important, I can talk about it, all our recommendations are not for 1 acre, it's actually for 1/4 of an acre, because we want farmers to test themselves. Can you use this technology? Because in sim it works. Can you do it? We want to convince people, not follow our advice, test it. If you don't find it is good for your shamba, then don't use it, that's fine. But please test new things, because only if we keep doing the same things that we're doing all the time, we get the same results. And a final note, what we are doing is, like, yes, we are working with like new partners. We are searching for new partners. If you have data that you are not using, please contact me. We can put it at use. We would love to work with you. And every day we try and learn. And I think that out of this conference, I just want to give you this message. Never be afraid of data. Data makes us better. It's sometimes, yes, it's true. It's not giving us the results that we are expecting. And thank you so much.